God, I'm so glad to be with you here. This Friday night, I just moved. After 24 years living in Hollywood, I have moved down to Long Beach, California, and I can't even tell you, I'm so happy. It got a little intense in Hollywood because I live 3 blocks from the Chinese Theater, and with all of the unrest and all of the protests and you know, I came out in 1976. So protesting, you know, well, I'll go to the opening of an envelope, and especially if there's snacks. But you know, I came from Colorado. I come from good old healthy stock. And when I hit West Hollywood in '76, I had feathered hair and puka shells and white satin shorts. So. And now, oh my God, the only reason I was cast in this show is I have a white beard. So what happens is, you know, once you think you're hot and then you become distinguished. That's what's interesting. Which is great. And here's the other thing. I'm so thrilled. I was in West Hollywood for 24 years, and it's a tough town. It's a tough town. It certainly has changed a great deal. And because it's all boarded up now, and there are homeless people living in the forecourt of the Chinese Theater. But down here in Long Beach, it's so much. I literally live across the street from the beach, and back in 1982, I lived on Ocean Boulevard, but about 5 blocks east, and my little 1-bedroom apartment then was $300 a month, and I was a Queen Mary tour guide. And for 4 years, which people always laugh. I was a Teamsters Union contract. I will have you know, I actually made more money then, or realized more than I do now. I loved that job so much, but I had been classically trained as an actor, and I realized after I helped bring the Spruce Goose into the world's largest geodesic dome, maybe this wasn't for me because I was on a ship that didn't move next to a plane that didn't fly. And wondered why my life wasn't going anywhere. So I moved up to Hollywood, and I found love up there. I was in a relationship. My family really does relationships. My parents were married for 44 years. My grandparents were married for nearly 70. Both of my brothers married their 7th grade girlfriends and were married still 50 years later. My partner and I were together for 10 years. We'd probably still be together if he hadn't, died. And, you know, people always go, oh, you know. Here's what's interesting. I also work as I'm an actor, singer, dancer, flight attendant, stand-up comic, tarot reader. You know. It's a full-time job being a stereotype. I don't know if you know that. I'm not a florist, but it's early yet. But anyway, be that as it may, Jim was wonderful. Jim was from Buffalo, New York. You know, so when Keith talks about it, I know he's from Orchard Park, actually. Oh my God. And we never got to go there together, but he would show me these pictures of just, I thought maybe it was overexposed film. It was just a mountain of white. And I would go, what's here? He goes, see that little dot? That's my mom's hand. I'm like, that's it? What goes on in Buffalo? It was just always a blank piece of paper with white on it. But you know, he was very tall. He was 6'5". He played football. He was a Roman Catholic Quaker, so that meant he was quiet about his guilt, which was lovely to live with. And it was a quick 10 years, and you know. Death is such a big experience. I was in the room when my niece Molly was born. And when she was born, the room literally got a little brighter. And I held Jim as he passed, and the room did get a little darker. You know, the only thing I know about death is you get ham. People don't know what to do. They knock on the door. Hi, we heard about Jim. Here's a ham. I got 3 hams, and here's what's interesting. Because I'm of a certain age, I've gone to a lot of funerals. If there's a car accident involved, you get ambrosia salad. Cancer, it's angel food cake. I don't know the correlation, but it seems to be an unknown tribal issue. Strange. The fun thing about moving back to Long Beach has certainly changed. You know, I was standing out on the street, just taking in the air is so fresh and so clean. You know, I was in Hollywood. It's so well, you can barely see across the street for the despair. But the and you know, after they had 200,000 people rioting literally under my balcony, you know, they didn't think to bring porta potties. So that's why when I found this great little bungalow here on Ocean Boulevard, so I went out there and I felt very like, you know, the beginning of Green Acres. I was taking a big deep breath in, and this very handsome guy, as he passes me, goes, "Hey, Daddy." And I was startled, and I said, "Excuse me?" And he looked up, he goes, "Oh my God, I hope I didn't insult you." I went, "No, my father's passed." And I mean, I don't know, when I'm not a really good gay, I remember in an intimate moment in this neighborhood in 1983, this guy said, "Where's your daddy?" I said, "Denver, why do you ask?" It was, so, you know, and now that I've reached a certain age, you know, I had my birthday in July and I turned 62, which is 970 in gay years. And, you know, my driver's license just says Jurassic Park Ride 4. So he was so nice and so handsome, and I all of a sudden sprouted pigtails and saddle shoes and went, "I just moved into town. Hi." But I must have found the right spot on Ocean Boulevard, because just let me tell you, I lived in West Hollywood for 24 years in a great 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment that looked into the Hollywood Hills. I've been in this apartment 60 days. I've been laid more often in this apartment, sans pandemic, than any time in my life. I think this being distinguished is hot. I can't even tell you. It's a little bit like this is a terrible joke. I loved Law and Order. Don't you love Law and Order? I love Mariska Hargitay. Yeah. I think Benson's hot. Oh my God! But the poor girl. Have you noticed she gets attacked and raped a lot? I don't know. I was watching a lot of back-to-back. I mean, poor girl goes to the coffee machine, comes back. I'm like, what happened? She's been right. She's gone to the coffee machine. She gets attacked. She goes down to, you know, get her purse out of the car. She gets attacked. I'm beginning to feel that way here in Long Beach. I'm not arguing about it though.
Ding.
The thing about the pandemic, I'm a veteran of the other one. You know, I faced AIDS, alcoholism, and 2 emergency landings as a flight attendant. I've got dying down. It's living that's hard. And how do you live well? By the quality of the questions you ask yourself. And that's something I do now in my lovely little beach. I wish I could invite all of you over. In fact, I heard the bing. I was in a thrift store today and I found a treasure. I love that the universe will leave clues for you. I don't know if you can see this.
Uh-huh.
This is a commemorative plaque welcoming the Queen Mary to Long Beach in 1967. And it's very exciting. And this morning I was standing with my feet in the sand looking across the bay at her, and I thought, hey, old girl, we spent a lot of time together, and look, we've both retired in the same place together. You guys, I'm so glad we got to spend this time together. Thank you so much.